So we can take care of here. If you guys are in the chat, please let us know if everything sounds okay. Let us know if it looks okay. Definitely want to make sure we are delivering a good show for you. Not a good way to get started here. Unfortunate scratch in the side off the top rail by Joe Dupuis. Around these parts, we call that the Raymax scratch. All right, so Mike Minichello with ball in hand here, looking to roll up for position on the 3. Looking pretty good there. For the record, on our neighboring table, directly next to this one here, we've got Phil Davis playing Mike DeShane. And that is a winner's side match. We were not able to get that one over here. That one started before. And it looks as though someone is up 3-0. I don't want to assume who that could be, but I will let you know what that looks like after this rack. Very unfitting miss from Mike Minichello here. Fortunately, he has hooked Joe. It doesn't look like Joey has a clear shot. He looks like he's going to have to like masse to even hit the ball, possibly to cut it. Wow, he wow. Joey fires that shot in the masse supercut, and the ball goes off the table. That is pretty unfortunate, if you ask me. So Mike Minichello coming back after a fortunate miss, getting ball in hand with the last 2. Joey says, "You're all set." And he does not need Mike to shoot that one. So Mike Minichello going up 1-0. This is just a race to 5. This is just a race to 5. Yeah, wow was right, Justin Cunningham. Oh, my goodness. Can you believe he fired that shot in and did that, huh? All right, Mike Minichello is set to break in rack number 2. He's up 1-0 in our race to 5. Let's see how Mike chooses to break here. Now, Mike, we've seen him on the stream earlier today. Excuse me. No, he made the wing ball. So he's got that portion figured out. One ball looks as though it might trickle past the 4. You can't really hit this with speed because of the tightness of the pockets. Oh, he hit that very well. Appears there was more room behind that 4 ball than I could see. Mike's looking to shoot this 2 ball in the bottom left of your screen, right at his name on that scoreboard. He's going to try to roll forward just a bit. Shoot that 3 ball into the side. And he does that just enough. Very nicely executed. Todd Burke, can we get a winner's side match? Yes. Yes, Todd. We are trying to do that. Again, though, we are definitely not trying to jeopardize the speed of the tournament, so we didn't have one prepared just then. You know, it's all about the experience for the players when you come to a tournament, and just the way that the brackets were right there. We didn't have a winner side match to put up at that very moment. So this is what you got. I mean, two great players nonetheless, so I don't think we should be disappointed. But I do hear you. We definitely want to see some winner side matches. Mike Mini looking to just pocket this nice and simple. A little straighter than he would have hoped to be. I think he's going to be okay. I mean, if he really needed to, he could just come underneath the 6 ball, shoot it in the side. I think that's what he's looking at right now. Because that 6 ball is pretty easy from underneath it there in the side. I think Mike's going to stroke it just like that. Contacts the 9. Leaves the 9 off the rail, which is okay. And we're going to see Mike shoot this into the side pocket, most likely with some inside English, which is left-hand English in this case, to get onto the 7 ball, just like that. Now, he's definitely playing the combination here, but you got to be careful what the 7 ball and the cue ball are going to be doing here, because that 7's going to go away from the pocket. And Mike holds on to it. Okay, that's not terrible. That's okay. He can make this shot here. And we're going to look for 2 rail position to the 9 ball. If you play at the speed for the 3 rails, there's a chance of that scratch if you're on a bad line. So really want to maintain your ball speed here. And that was a great shot. Little high, but nothing he can't handle. He's seen this one before many a times. Shoots it right at Joey in the chair. And Mike Minichello going up 2-0 over Joe Dupuis. Again, that's 2-0 against Joe Dupuis. You see our beloved sponsors right there on your screen. Classic Signs. That's ClassicSignsRI.com. And MD Promotions, the New England 9-ball series. We've got a great event coming to you next week. Next week, right there, February 16th and 17th. That is at Straight Shooters in Fall River, one of my favorite rooms. It's got 750 added there. And he's got a secondary 10-ball event on Sunday. So definitely check that one out if you're around. Hit up Mr. Mark Dion on Facebook, or his information is available online also. All right, here we go. Mike Minichello breaking in rack number 3. And he's leading 2 racks to 0. 2 racks to 0. And Mike coming up dry, leaving Joey not the greatest of looks here. Joey's going to push out. On this spot here, I think you really want to just 2-rail, 1 or 2-rail the 1 ball above the 3-5, send the cue ball back up the table. I think that's really the smart way to play this. Again, if you're Mike Minichello, I think you just shoot it right in the hole. I didn't like that shot from there, to be honest. That was pretty uncomfortable for me anyhow, but Mike's got that kind of firepower, so. And here he goes, shooting the 2-ball in the top corner. He shot that ball very, very well. That's a tough shot right there. Very tough shot. Very tough shot. Tell you though, Mike's got a very, very good cue control, like as far as just the way he follows through that stroke. He's just very deliberate with that follow through, just straight on through. I was just a little uncomfortable the way he was there. I think he needed to get a little bit more comfortable before firing that, but nonetheless, Joey Dupuis is going to come to the table with another shot, looking to take advantage here. He's coming 2 rails under the 4. Very nice. Got to avoid the 5 there. He's going to be able to recover from that, but that could have came out a lot worse. Believe me. He's just going to play some inside here, maybe. He does. Straight down to the 6-ball. Very nice speed. And Joe has ended up pretty straight there. You can tell he's disappointed, but Joe is not going to let that affect his focus here. Definitely not going to let that change that. And I've just got word Mike Duchesne has defeated Phil Davis. I'll tell you, folks, if you know pool, you know how difficult this shot on the 7 is right now. Amazing, amazing execution there. Amazing execution. If I wasn't going to distract somebody, I'd start clapping right now. That was great. That was a great, great shot. Coming up a little short on the 9-ball here. No issue for Joe Dupuis. And there he goes, putting one up on the board. Joe Dupuis breaking in rack number 4. And he is down by 1 game in this race to 5. This is really a coin flip match. I mean, these guys are very, very closely ranked, and it's only a race to 5. It's really who's going to maintain their serve more consistently. Either player at an open table are going to be able to win some, most of those games. But this is really just a coin flip match. Very, very close here. All right, here we go. Joe Dupuis in rack number 4, trailing 1 game. Trailing by 1 game. 8-ball looking to go in the corner, and it does. All right, Joe executing fine there. I'll tell you, some of the things that players can pull off amaze me. just as far as like the level of difficulty and the low percentage to actually execute the shot itself, and it's just crazy some of the stuff that these guys are able to pull off, especially Joey. I mean, Joey's unbelievable at times. You're like, are you kidding me? Like, did he really just do that? That's nuts. Can't even believe it. Joey's definitely capable of some crazy things. And obviously Mike Minichello, also a very, very formidable opponent. Joey looking to bear down on this 5-ball. He executes well. Gets a decent angle on the 6-ball here. He's okay. Just going to maintain your speed for the 9-ball here. And that should be okay. A little lower than he wanted to be, but nonetheless, very makeable. And he executes very well. And we are now tied at 2-2 in our race to 5. And again, folks, make sure you're checking out our sponsors right there. Again, this event is being put on by the East Coast Pool Tour, ECPT. Also, Ship the Cash is a combination co-op effort. We've got Classic Signs, ClassicSignsRI.com. MD Promotions, the New England 9-ball series. And Checkered Flag Landscaping, anywhere in Rhode Island. They will take care of you. And if you were not familiar with Checkered Flag Landscaping, that's run by Ryan Lineham himself. Ryan Lineham, another one of the top players in the New England area. It's always great to have pool world individuals providing services. It's really just nice because you guys have that common bond, and you know, it really just makes things you know, more enjoyable, I think. You know, if there's ever situations where I say, hey, you know, just for example, I need you know, I need some landscaping done or whatever it is. I would prefer to deal with someone that I'm familiar with in the pool world. We have that common bond, and we can you know, BS about the pool world and have those things. So I prefer that type of stuff. And you know, chances are you're going to run into someone from all walks of life in the pool room. That is a definite. In the pool world, you're going to meet everybody from doctors, lawyers. I mean, I've met literally every type of professional in the pool room. So when you have that common bond, it's definitely something you can't find in just a random company like that. All right, so Joe Dupuis looking to get comfortable right here. Doesn't have too many obstacles. Stays on the right side of the 6-ball is what he needed to do. He's going to come right above the 7. Just like so. He might draw just a hair, just to come above the 8, just a bit. Just like that. And he's looking pretty cozy now. This is the best look he's seen at a 9-ball. He's been back cutting the last couple, but he's straight in there. No question about it, Joey's making that 9-ball. And he is now up 3 games to 2 in our race to 5. Remember, folks, it's all about maintaining your serve. You got to hold your serve, and you know that's really just the name of the game. You really gotta make sure that you maintain that. It's very, very tough. Got to make sure that if you're breaking, you're able to win that game. Pocket the ball on the break and continue. And Joey making the 1 ball on the side. Clear shot at the 2. Is the 6 going to tie up the 3? Just a bit. Just a bit. I'll take it to the overhead, see if we can see if that ball actually passes. It does not. 3 ball is blocked by the 6. There's not a clear path to the pocket. So if Joey does make this 2 ball, I'm assuming we're going to see some defense there. Then again, Joey is an unorthodox player in a lot of ways, so you may see him, draw up the table just a hair and bank the 3 ball cross-side or something and just finish the table out. Like he's unorthodox sometimes in his, decisions at the table, but he's got the firepower to back it up. So, and you see, just like that, he might be doing just that. He didn't like getting that close to the rail, but he, I think he was actually trying to do what I had mentioned. Again, when you've got firepower like that, sometimes you just roll with it. It's like, hey, I can make virtually any shot. So, wow, he didn't miss that by much, I'll tell you. Fantastic effort. Fantastic effort by Joe Dupuis. However, he's going to leave Mike Minichello a wide open shot here. If Mike is able to make this and maintain position on the 4 ball, I'm going to go ahead and say that Mike Minichello is going to be winning this rack here. Both of these guys are run-out players. They're not going to leave too much on the table. They don't miss very often. And Mike making the 9 in the side. Unbelievable. Tied at 3-3. 3-3. And this is a race to 5. So there you have it. 1 missed shot by Joe Dupuis puts Mike right back in this match versus Joey finishing that table, which I'm sure he would have, and getting to the hill, and Mike's still sitting at 2. Now we have a 3-3 match. Mike making sure everything is sitting properly on that template. And, I called it earlier, but I don't see any players opting to use that, the standard racks. And we actually have some good racks in the room here, but when you've got that AccuRack, the Outsville rack template, I mean, you really don't need anything else. I mean, it's going to give you a perfect rack. And we all know, or if you don't, you should learn, the best rack is a perfect rack. There's no such thing as manipulating a rack to make it better than a perfect rack. Best rack is a perfect rack. So you look for consistency in pool, and that rack gives you the ability to get that consistent rack every time. All right, Mike's looking to pocket this. Sorry, he played safe there. He was not comfortable with that. Maybe that is a little bit of, that tightening up there. Just he was down a little bit, and he got fortunate to get that 3-9 carom, even the opportunity. I'm not saying he was fortunate to make it. I'm just saying he's fortunate to have that opportunity. So, he's really just tightening it up a bit. And Joey makes contact there. Doesn't leave a great one ball, so I'm going to go ahead and say that was successful. I mean, it's definitely a makeable shot, but not ideal. Definitely not ideal. Again, hope you guys are enjoying the stream. Let us know how we sound. Let us know if there are any issues with your video, audio, whatever. If you got any issues, you'll let me know. I'm going to take care of it. So, Mike Minichello stalking the table came out a little funny on that one ball shot. He pocketed it, but he almost scratched. Now he's got this funny looking 2-ball up in the corner. So he's really just making sure that he's got all of his things in order here. It's not really the greatest lay for a shot here. I mean, you really just got to come with something here. There's not like an easy, just roll it here and it plays safe or whatever it is. But he's really just got to bear down and make this shot here. It's not like an easy safe somewhere. And unfortunately, he rolled directly behind the 4. I'm going to say Mike's a favorite to hit this ball, but as far as making it goes, that's a tall order. If that 4-ball was not in the way there, Mike would have an option to shoot it right by the 7, but it seems as though Mike Minichello is going to be jumping here. So I'm not sure Mike's ability as far as jumping goes, but I mean, he's a very capable player in all aspects, so I'm going to assume that he's pretty strong with the jumps. I've actually seen him jump with just his shooting cue before, so that was pretty impressive, I'll tell you. Never seen him with a jump cue, though. I don't remember seeing that. And Mike is looking. Not sure how he's going to be attacking this particular shot. Like, I don't know if he's looking to pocket it clean, if he's looking to play the carom, if he's looking to play the combination. Wow, what a shot. That was fantastic execution right there. Justin Cunningham in the comments. Hey, Mike DeMarco, I'm on my laptop on FB and I have all the volumes all the way up and I can barely hear you, but not sure why it's fine on my phone. I'm not sure either. I'm not really sure why. So I have to investigate there. The levels are pretty good over here. So I'm not sure why you're having problems there. Sorry about that, Justin. All right, Mike Minichello missing the 4-ball right after that amazing 3-ball he pocketed there, the jump. And it looks like Joe's going to have to play this combination here, the 5-6 combination. I don't see another option there. I mean, Joe's just capable of making that combination from virtually anywhere. I think, if he didn't like it, he may be looking to do something else here. But I know that he's capable of making this shot for sure, the combination anyhow. So here he goes. He elected to roll under it. I mean, maybe he liked the bank better than the combination, I guess. Not what I was thinking. Not what I was thinking. So Justin Cunningham. I'm listening on the phone and watching on the laptop. Problem solved. Haha. I can attempt to turn up my inputs just a bit. See if I can give you just a little bit more volume, but that's about as much as I want to go. I don't like grabbing too much of the background noise and, the background music. There's not really any background music right now, but I don't really like to grab a lot of that background stuff. I like it to be just the commentary and at times, for the commercials and whatnot. I don't like it to be drastically different if I do play a clip for you. The advertisement clips and whatnot. I don't want that to blow out your speakers if you had it turned up for my voice, and then I play an ad and it gets very, very loud. So Paul Lewis, much better. Jose Concepcion, perfect. All right, so we're going to keep the levels right there then. I'm glad that was updated for you. Glad that helped. All right, Mike Minichello missing the 5 ball. Joey taking a break. I like that break right there. That's the break you need to take. When you are at the table, it's your turn at the table. You have to take your break when it's your turn. But when you're at the table and, it's a very clear shot, like I know I'm going to make this ball. Joey's pretty firm he's going to get out here. He knows he's going to get it. That's when you want to take your break. You take your break when you're at an advantageous position on the table and you know that you're feeling good. You never want to come back to the table and you're kicking at a ball or something like that. Never want to do that. Going to take this opportunity to flash up those sponsors right there. The MD Promotions New England 9-Ball Series. Their next event is right here. February 16th and 17th at Straight Shooters in Fall River. 22 gold crowns in that room. And of course, Classic Signs, RI.com. We're watching the 14th annual Larry Liscotti Memorial 9-Ball event. And we're live from Snookers in Providence, Rhode Island. And we've got our action back at the table. Aaron Beckner in the chat. What's up, Aaron? Can't wait to see you at the Hall of Fame event. That's on the 2nd and 3rd of next month right here at Snookers. Can't wait to see you. We're sweating Joe Dupuis and Mike Minichello at the current moment. Hope you're enjoying it. TJ Marshall, are there live brackets? Yes, there are. And you can view them at the Player Organized Pool website. I'm going to get you that link in 1 second. I'll give that to you. Meanwhile, Joe Dupuis taking another one down. There is the bracket right there. That's where you can see the bracket. If that gives you any issues, let me know. Otherwise, enjoy. All right, Joe Dupuis on the hill, up 4-3 in a race to 5. Race to 5. All right, here we go. Joe Dupuis breaking in rack number 8, looking to break and run for the win here. Looking for the win here. And just barely missing that 1 ball in the side pocket, leaving a clear avenue for the 1 ball directly into the side. Not many issues here, especially because of the position of the 1 ball there. He can just draw back a hair after pocketing that, getting a good shape on the 2 ball. Every ball has a pocket, nothing blocking anywhere. So, pending an unforced error, looks like Mike Minichello should be okay here. Contacts the 7 ball on his way over. Does not hurt his case at all. You're going to see him play just a hair of inside here, come up the table. Really don't even need the inside, just high English. He looks like he's going to draw this, actually. And that's the way he decided to play that. I guess he was more comfortable with the draw stroke there, but didn't leave him ideal shape on the 4. I guess he's going to be back cutting this into the side pocket. It's kind of the only feasible option that he has here. He played inside 2 rails straight back up. That was a pretty sporty way of playing that shot. Nicely executed there. I would expect him to just kind of draw straight back, lightly touching the rail right next to where he is now. Just like that. As predicted, not many obstacles in this rack. Just want to make sure you got a good angle on the 8-ball. And he's able to get it over there for the 9. Mike Minichello looking to tie it up 4-4 in a race to 5. And he executes. We get a tie game, folks. Tie game. We are at 4-4, racing a 5. And the winner of this rack right here will continue in the event. And it looks as though the winner of this match will be playing, I believe, Phil Davis. I believe he'll be playing Phil Davis. All right, here we go. Mike Minichello breaking in rack number 9. This is our final rack of this match. Here we go. Looking to pocket that 4-ball in the bottom right corner. And he does in fantastic form. And I'll tell you what, folks, I don't want to say anything special here, but you know what? I do. I do want to say it. Mike Minichello looks to be in a very favorable position to win this match here. He broke a fantastic rack wide open. 2 balls down on the break. Let the cue ball go just a bit there. And that may be the only obstacle here. Just working yourself back to your ideal position. And, you know, He's really just thinking about if he's going to try to draw away from hitting the 9, which changes the way he needs to pocket it. I mean, I don't want to make a judgment call here. I'm not sure what he's comfortable doing here. I would expect him maybe just draw 2 rails out, but and he was that uncomfortable. Misses the 2 ball. Will it possibly scratch? No. He's going to get a fortunate roll there. Now, Joey can make this 2 ball. It's makeable from where he's lying right now. The only thing I want to say is that you can't get too funky with the cue ball there. I kind of like just making sure you don't fire this in and scratch or something. Like, just make the ball and accept your position there. And he executes the shot very well. Gets an unfortunate bump on that 6 ball. Matthew C. Zelensky. I'm not sure I'm saying that properly, but it says, it is weird. Is it weird that you break your own rack because you can gap it? If you would like to elaborate on that, that would be great. I'm not sure what you mean by gap it. If you mean by intentionally, giving yourself a bad rack, I don't see the advantage there. We spoke about this earlier, where the best rack to put you in a good position is a perfect rack, and you can get that very easily by using the template that they are using. Not sure what you mean by that comment there. Justin Cunningham, Hill, great match to watch. Absolutely, sir. These guys are doing a great job putting on a good show for you. Hope you are enjoying it. Mike Minichello really taking his time looking at this. Whoever loses this match is eliminated from the event. I mean, it's amazing to know that talent like this is going to be eliminated after this. And he makes the 5 ball, but bumps the 6. I got to say, Mike's going to be banking here. You can't really play safe in a position like this. It's Hill. You got a makeable bank shot. I expect him to play this bank shot cross side right back to himself. That's what I expect to see here. Paul Lewis, if you gap, you can make wing balls easier. And also, how does the opponent know the balls are touching? Well, when you're using a template, it is very, very difficult to leave a gap on a template, for one, because it's just going to roll way off of the rack. It's going to be very noticeable. And also, some of the top guys here, I mean, I've had this discussion with them plenty of times. The best rack for them is a perfect rack. So if you're gapping the rack to make the wing ball, I'm not really sure that's a good idea there. Those gaps are going to change from time to time. Justin Cunningham, he's talking about creating. I mean, you're talking about like literally just wiring a ball into a hole. I mean, you're going to notice that stuff. And again, it's virtually impossible with a template. I mean, the template's just going to give you a perfect rack, and you learn how to break that. I mean, it's really how you got to do it. But we would definitely notice. We would definitely notice things like that. Paul Lewis, Shaw did that to Shane. I believe you have that reversed. Shane did that to Shaw as Shaw picked up his phone, took a picture of the rack, and proceeded to post that on social media. I think that was in the opposite direction, but Ricky Sleeper, Mike, with the template, the wing wall is wired. Yes, that's essentially what I was getting at there. John Sheenan, is Dom and Mike G playing? Yes, they are, and it's 3-1 in favor of Dominic Souza. Long straight 6, no good. Joey's going to get another opportunity here. Another opportunity. Looking to pocket the 6, back and forth, 2 to 3 rails. The third rail is going to be soft, if anything. And he doesn't even hit that third rail. That's okay. So essentially, it's literally just make the 7 ball and you can live to fight another day. And Joe executes. 9 ball sitting right next to the hole there. Joe Dupuis down on the gun. And he makes it. You see those handshakes right there.